This is a demonstration of the White Lotus TV system, and what we're going to be taking a look at is the live TV section. It all depends on what you end up signing up for, what you'll get access to, whether it be the one server deal or the two server deal. We call the first server the Lotus Live server, and the second server is called the Lotus Plus server. Okay, these two here are dedicated apps for that server. So the Lotus Live server here, if you wanted to catch a stream from there, you'd go into it and you're just going to find content pertaining to that one server there. And if you wanted to watch live TV, this is actually the best way to do it. Okay, the Lotus Live server itself has over 500 channels, streams to choose from. And right now what you're looking at is all the categories it has. Now at the top here, you're going to find a lot of UK content. Don't dismiss the UK content. It's a lot of great channels. And as you could see here, we're in the UK movie section, and these are our premium UK movie channels. And the reason you're seeing 3 streams per channel is because the first one is full high definition, second one's high definition, and the third one here is standard definition. So it all depends on your internet quality what you'll end up choosing. But as long as you have decent internet, you should be able to watch full high definition without a problem. Let's go ahead and open up a channel to show you how fast it opens up.
Okay, well, thank you for the tip. You know, it's a shame you won't be doing weddings anymore.
You see how everything plays very clearly?
No, we'll get to hang out. There's other things to do.
You want to get your TV guide back up, press the select button. Go to next channel. And just the click-through rate is very quick, as you can see. I'm going to another channel right now.
This doll came from a village in the Tonshao Pass, where the
I do have a back button. It's by pressing left, you go to the previous channel you were at. Now you could change this from the settings because it's either having a back button to go to the previous channel or being able to change the volume when you're within this app. Now I prefer a previous channel since I'm able to control the volume with my TV remote without a problem. So, and I like the fact that I could, you know, just go to whatever I was watching last very quickly just by pressing left on my Amazon remote. To go to the channel that's directly above or below this channel, all you do is press up or down and it switches channels. Right now I went to the high definition channel. Let me go to up. And I'm in Pirates of the Caribbean now. If I press my select button, press left, I'm back into the categories, and I could jump into any other category I want to go to. UK Kids. A lot of great cartoon channels here.
When's the feast? All seeing, all eating. But what about the mystery?
Okay, UK sports channels, it's all there. A lot of sports channels, anything that you're into. If you're into soccer, you'll be able to find it here. Any type of sports, you'll be able to find it within the server. Okay. If we keep going down the list, we're going to hop over to the US content. This is the entertainment channels. Documentary channels. US kids channels, US movie channels, HBO, Epix, Hallmark, Showtime. They're all there. News, the US sports channels, Sports Center. And just showing you how easy everything opens up. It's as close as you could get to regular cable TV. You see that there? And as far as games goes, as far as NBA, NFL, there are dedicated streams for the games. So if you go into these sections here, as long as there's a game on, you should be able to find a dedicated stream for that game. Let's go into the NBA so I can show you the streams, but there's not going to be anything on right now since it's later at night. And as you can see there, it says 7 p.m. Eastern time. So keep the time zone into consideration. And whenever there's a game, you just come on here and you'll be able to catch a stream to the game directly. If right now I did click on this stream right now, nothing would happen. Nothing will open up because that game's over. So as long as the game is happening, you should be able to catch it from there. Okay, see, I pressed it now, and as you can see, nothing's going to happen. Okay, as far as pay-per-view events go, you'll be able to catch it here from the live events section. You go into the live events, and you'll find streams pertaining to, let's say, a boxing match or a UFC match. You'll be able to find it here. Any big event, come here. Okay. Some events are going to have up to 5 streams pertaining to that event, and they're just backup streams, and it works very well. I use it all the time. Everybody I know uses this, and it's very reliable. I've used it for the biggest fights, and it's always up and running, no problems. Okay, and if we keep going down the list here, what we're going to find is a bunch of categories pertaining to the video on demand library. So you could hop into any of these categories here and catch a movie from here. It's always going to have all the latest titles. Let's go here into the Disney section. As you can see, a lot of Disney movies here. And you can play anything that you want here very quickly. Just select it. And once the movie starts playing, by pressing left or right on your remote, you'll be able to fast forward and rewind, or by pressing the rewind or fast forward button on your remote. Okay, let's fast forward here. And I'm 3 minutes into the movie there. But if I keep holding down that fast forward, I could jump in very quickly, 30 minutes into the movie. So as you can see, everything's really reliable, easy to use. And that's what I wanted to show you, just how easy it is to use when you use the White Lotus system. Okay, and you do have a lot of sections here, and if you go down here on the list, you're also going to find TV shows. So it all depends on what you want to watch. Okay, to get to the top of the list very quickly, you just keep pressing left and it's going to start skipping by tenths. I'll show you that right now. You see, keep pressing left and it just starts skipping by tenths, and you're at the top of the list very quickly. Okay, let's hop over to the next server. Now, we were on the Lotus Live server. Let's exit this one. We're out of here. Now let's go into the Lotus Plus server. The Lotus Plus server has over 1,500 streams, okay? So it's quite a lot more. It has a lot of 24/7 channels, and it also has its own movie channels, its own sports channels. So if there was any problems with any stream on the first server, you could always hop into the second server to catch it from there, and just try out the server, see which one you like the best. Some people like content from certain content from the Lotus Plus server, and some people like certain content from the Lotus Live server. I could tell you now that a lot of the streams pertain to the UK channels. It's a lot better in the Lotus Live server. So, I don't control the streams. We have no control over these streams. Just to let you know that. Streams sometimes do go down, and a channel could go down for maintenance, or even the server could go down for maintenance. That's why I always recommend the 2-server deal. It's very cheap to get that second server going, and it's worth it. It's well worth it. If you want to catch games, live TV, and stuff like that, I'm telling you, this is the cheapest there is out there. And you have the 2 servers going, and you'll be able to watch anything from either server. Okay, let me show you all the movie channels here. This is the movie channels that it has, the US movie channels. And as you can see, it has a lot of channels. And you click on anything, it opens up very quickly. And just to let you know that the TV guide is not always 100% correct. I know that on the Lotus Plus, there's some work being done for the TV guide to make it even a lot better. So just know that they're always working on this also to try to make it a better
This
system,
is off to
better streams.
two cop.
Okay, and even channels without the guide up are they're going to be up and going. So let's go to HBO HD channel. And you have a lot of content, okay? We were in the movie section. We could hop over to the networks. These are regular TV networks all throughout the U.S. So you could watch the CW in Chicago, and if it's not there, you could jump over and watch it in another from another city without a problem. Like NBC, you could catch it from Miami. If and since it's different time zones, I mean, if you missed the show, you could always jump into another city and catch it from there. And as you can see, everything plays very quickly.
When my smile's bright, I feel ready to shine. Some whitening toothpaste only removes surfaces.
There is UK content here also. Okay, Canada channels. This is a news section here.
Trust your smile to Colgate Optic White.
This is a snack.
Kids channels.
Oh, is that Hershey's chocolate? All snack brothers from the same snack.
And we do have some movies integrated within the kids section. Okay.
Boom, snack-a-lack.
Sports channels are here.
Snacks on snacks.
When teammate Gilmore Jr. gave up his spot to Morrison after Denny.
You know, as loud as I've heard it, you know, to see my kids there.
Like I said, as close as you could get to watching regular cable.
A team, everybody.
I actually think it's a lot better because you get so much more than regular cable, and it's at such a cheap price. I mean, no one really complains when they're using the system.
You walk in, it's just like a slow clap that's turned into a whole location.
Entertainment here.
10 minutes, you know. I miss
Okay.
you guys miss me. Let's have this big love fest.
And you have a lot of channels, Mexico channels, Latino channels. There's over 300 Latino channels to choose from.
You know, I got on the scale, I got on my body fat. It's like, all right, we got to do some extra work. We cut.
So, like, if I want to go into any of these,
Cualquier chamba es buena mientras sea honrada.
Ay, ahora te vas a poner de parte de esa mentirosa. Que no se te olvide lo que te hizo.
Ya no
and
sé
it's a
si
lot of
estoy
channels.
desenchilado.
Okay.
Si con ella o conmigo.
No manches. ¿Y eso por qué?
Pues porque yo de menso, de tan clavado
Look at all those channels
le
there.
conté cosas de mí y de mi familia que nunca le había soltado a nadie.
And that's this just the Latino section,
Para
okay?
acabarla, no nada más.
There's also
También engañó a mi abuela.
Mexico channels, Brazil, Portuguese, Colombia.
¿Y por qué no?
There's the NBA
Angelina, ella es súper
section,
alivianada. Lo más seguro
MLB,
de lo que le dices.
and right now we're in the movie sections. Right now, so if you want to catch a movie from here, you could do so.
Contratiempos que vive una chica como tú.
Let's press this movie here, Baby Driver. And it opens up quickly. Look at that. Let's fast forward into the movie, or 30 minutes into the movie. All the latest titles are always going to be here. Okay, so there's a lot of sections here. If we keep going down down on the list, what we're going to find is some of the 24/7 channels, and your lineup might be a little bit different once you get the system. Just to let you know that some sections might be a little higher up for you, and it all depends on the lines you end up signing up for. But let me show you the 24/7 channels. Let's go into the 24/7 kids, and these are all dedicated 24/7 channels pertaining to a show. So if you have a kid that's into My Little Pony, they could go in here and they're able to catch My Little Pony 24/7. Okay, it's just one My Little Pony show keeps playing after another. And there's so many to choose from. Okay, Dora the Explorer, Team Umizoomi, it's all here. SpongeBob SquarePants, anything that you want to catch. Scooby-Doo. And if there's ever a problem with the channel, like right now I went to The Last Airbender. It's not up.
What are you doing?
if you ever came into that problem, you know what you do? You just hop over to another channel. Sometimes the channel can go down or something like that once in a while. 24/7 channel will go down. They'll get it back up, and if it's a big deal, you let us know. We'll try to get in contact with the correct people to get it back up as soon as possible. Okay, just to let you know that getting channels back up, sometimes it's a little faster to do so on the Lotus Live server than it is on the Lotus Plus. But no matter what, you know, if you ever really need something up, let us know, and we'll try to get it up as soon as possible. But everything's pretty much reliable. They get them back up quickly. So, you know, they're always working on the server, trying to make it better, trying to make it run smoother. Okay? You're always going to have something to watch. And as far as live events go, and all that's really reliable. I use it for all the main matches, all latest pay-per-view events. I've watched them from here without a problem.
Because you're the baker? No, I'm the king. You the king?
So it has a lot of sections to it. Like I said, football, everything's always going to be here. Anything that you want to watch. Okay? And any of these categories, you could also go into the settings and hide that. Okay, so if you want to hide a category, it's kind of a little bit advanced, but if you wanted to mess with it, it's not that hard to do once you get the hang of it. And you could just hide any category that you want to hide. So if you don't want it in your lineup, it won't show up.
No idea.
I think I do. Yesterday at the castle, Dad wished he was a
Okay, let's go ahead and exit this. So like I said, these two were dedicated apps. That's dedicated to the Lotus Live server, and this is dedicated to the Lotus Plus server. The White Lotus TV here, this is kind of like a mashup. And actually, it has a lot of the Lotus Live spread out through here, and just a couple of sections for the Lotus Plus. But, you know, if you went into the movie section, that's all free content, and TV shows section, so that has nothing to do with the live TV subscription, okay? But if you do go into the live TV right here, this is all Lotus Live server. You go into the all channel section. So this used to be the initial way to get to the Lotus Live server, the Lotus Plus, before we did dedicated apps for them. Okay, that's what it is. We left it on here because it's just another way of getting to it, and it all depends how you want your content delivered. Okay, so if we went into the UK movies here, and we're able to open up that stream here.
Woody Harrelson and
We do have volume control here.
Sam Rockwell are set to battle it out on the night of March 4th.
And we can pause it, but it's not indefinite since it is live TV. But if you needed to get up, go get a snack or something like that, that's no problem. Press play again and it continues.
Steven Spielberg's
Okay, let's keep going. Now this other TV guide here, it's connected also with the Lotus Live server. And the source of the TV guide is different from the one that you were watching. And we don't make this, we don't provide the source ourselves. We get it online, and it's just connected to the system. So as long as the TV guide is there for it to spool it in, you should get this TV guide going. You might find it just a little bit more spot on than the Lotus Live TV guide. Let's go into the categories to show you that you could jump into any category that you like. Go into the all channels and you're going to see all the channels here. Okay. Go into the kids section and you'll be able to see all the kids channels here. And if you go into the movie section, you'll see them here. Now let's open up a channel and show you how quickly it opens up. And if you press your return key on your remote, it puts it to the left and you should be able to jump into another channel. Okay, let's jump over to the Pirates of the Caribbean. And it's going to put it there on the top left.
Well, actually.
And to bring it back up, all you do is hold down your select button, and it brings it right back up.
They cannot. The first court promised to imprison her forever. That was our agreement.
Your agreement?
So it all depends on how you want your content delivered. It's just a different option that you do have here. After you do stop the stream, you could bring up a different menu option here with other shortcuts by pressing down your menu button or holding down your select button. Let me do that now. Okay, so these are other menu shortcuts without having to leave the TV guide if you're in here. These are other apps that you could get into from here. You could open up any of these very quickly, or you could open up your Lotus Live on-demand library here. And let's go into that Disney section. These are the movies I was showing you just a little bit ago. Okay, there's that Big Hero 6 movie. Okay. These are all the categories here. We're back in the guide. And let's exit the guide because I just want to show you through the regular menu, the regular main menu, all the other sections there are. These are all shortcuts to the Lotus Live, okay? This is a shortcut to the pay-per-view of the Lotus Live. And there goes the on-demand library again. And this is the catch-up section of the Lotus Live server. So it has the catch-up section to it. And it's kind of like a DVR that keeps recording on its own. You don't have to do anything with it. So you could just come in here and it just does it for the UK channels. But as you could see, if you go down the list, the UK has a lot of US content. So if you went into any of these channels here, what you're going to find is 7 days of recordings pertaining to that channel. So if you have a favorite channel or a show that you like watching, you could always catch up from here. Okay, and you just press the select button and it's going to start playing, or you could hold down the select and do play from here. And what that's going to do is going to play that one first, that stream first, and then it's going to hop over to the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, and so on. Kind of like Netflix style, you know. That way you could just continue watching. I'll do a little binge watching. So let's do the play from here.
Are they the cutest couple on TV or what, Gene?
Yeah, if you like white people. Now look away, Mom.
What?
Very easy
Why?
to use. Let's go ahead and exit that. And this is going to actually open up that Lotus Plus app that we were just looking at. And this is going to open up the all channels through here, okay, of the Lotus Plus server. And that's the Lotus Plus on-demand library here. We're back at the top of the list. The movie section is the free content, so that has nothing to do with the live TV subscription. The sports, this is the Lotus Live channels here in the sports. There's no real free content on sports. So these are all shortcuts here. Let's go to the NBA so you can see how the streams look through here. So if you were going to catch a game, this is how you'll be able to see it from here. And as long as the game is on, you could watch it from here. The Kids Zone, the only first four are the ones that are dedicated to the live TV, to the Lotus Live. And you could always put anything into your favorites, and if you did, you'll be able to find it in your favorites here. Or you could press left on your favorites, and you could watch it here. So you could put any stream into your favorites and catch it from here. When you copy a stream, the guide that shows onto the right is not always going to be correct because you made a copy just of the stream itself. So you might want to just edit that and take out the name, part of the name out. And you do that by editing the favorite here. And you just rename it. Okay, and last thing I wanted to talk about was using Unblocker to hide your online activity. And you do that from the settings. If you use Unblocker, you do have to sign up with unblocker.net themselves. But what that does is once you set up your box to be able to connect to Unblocker, it hides your online activity. The subscription to Unblocker is about $28 per year. So for $28, you hide your online activity. Now, by doing so, your internet provider won't be able to see what you're doing or what you're streaming. Not that you really have to, but you know, certain internet providers out there once in a while can attack streams directly. So they could attack your live TV streams. It doesn't happen all the time. It happens here and there. And as you can see, my unblocker is on. And it's just a very cheap solution, $28, and you hide your online activity. I like it. I've used IP Vanish. I like Unblocker better because the way it works, I don't have to keep turning it on or off. We also have IP Vanish set up within the system. Let me show you from the favorites to get to it. You could open it up here. But I don't like it so much because on the Lotus Plus server, it kind of makes the channel stick, and you won't know that the channel's sticking. But on the server, it stays active, like if you're on the stream itself. So you try to go into the next channel, it won't let you open up the next channel. And that's the only reason I don't like using IP Vanish that much. It works a little bit better on the Lotus Live server. It just the servers are set up a little bit differently. That's why it works differently. Okay. But the Unblocker is actually even cheaper than IP Vanish, and I recommend it. I use it, and I'm not trying to, sell Unblocker to you, but I started using it and I really liked it, so I incorporated the Unblocker into the system. And everybody that I know uses it, that started using it, has liked it. So just to let you know, it's a good solution to hide your online activity. Like I said, it's not something that you have to do, but if you choose to, you could do it. Streaming is perfectly okay. There's no problem with it. It's not like you could get in trouble, but they can attack and slow your streams down. And that's the only reason I do recommend it, because if you ever did have like something happening, you're watching a show or something like that, and then you hop over to the next channel, you're like, oh my God, what's wrong? My streams are slow. It's actually your internet provider attacking your streams, and it's nothing with the service. So you just set up Unblocker. That's why I put it in there, and it's ready to go. Now, as far as TV plans go, I'm not going to go ahead and talk about TV plans here. It's actually very cheap subscriptions. And the reason I'm not talking about it here is because we're always trying to get you the best price. So we'll mention it in the listing as far as prices go, and let you know how to subscribe to it. And like I said, we're always trying to get you the best deals. So whatever we could do for you, that's what we're going to do. We want to provide the top of the line systems for you to use, and that's what you're going to have, a top of the line system. Anytime you do have problems, you have a live TV subscription and you're having problems or something like that, we could actually connect to your box and give you support. Okay, like I said, this is one of the best TV setups out there. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask, and we'll try to answer them as best as possible. But we pretty much covered everything. We're going to do separate videos for other separate sections. But if you do have more questions, let us know. Okay. And just we're going to do another video to let you know pertaining to the live TV subscription and how you can set it up on another device such as your phone, so you can actually take your streams with you and you're able to catch these on the road using your regular, data service from your phone. It works just fine. I use it all the time, and as long as you keep allowance for your whatever your data plan is, you should be fine. So like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll try to answer them as best as possible. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.